Hibernian came from behind to beat 10-man Rangers 32 in a pulsating but at times ill-tempered Scottish Premiership match at Ibrox. It was first meeting between the two teams since the 2016 Scottish Cup final, when David Gray scored a stoppage-time winner to give Hibs victory by the same scoreline. Afterwards, a pitch invasion had led to clashes and several arrests, and there was no little drama in this encounter. Rangers Colombian striker Alfredo Morelos headed in a Daniel Candeias free-kick with only 2 minutes played before the striker Simon Murray levelled for the visitors. The Rangers midfielder Ryan Jack was shown a straight red card in the 35th minute following a melee, and Hibs took the lead soon after with a James Tavernier own goal. Vykintas slivka drove in third in the 65th minute before Tavernier reduced the deficit with a header, but Hibs held firm for the victory. It had promised to be so different for Pedro Caixinha's men when Morelos, who had scored 2 in the 60 win over Dunfermline on Wednesday to open his account for the club, leapt ahead in a Candeias free-kick from wide on the right, sparking wild scenes of delight among the Rangers supporters. The stadium was still rocking when an attempted clearance from the Hibs goalkeeper, Ofer Marciano, rebounded off the Rangers captain Kenny Miller and slipped past a post. The Hibs striker Anthony Stokes, a former Celtic player, and Tavernier of Rangers were both booked for a spat as tempers frayed. The Easter Road side steadied themselves and began to work their way back into the game. Miller almost made it 2 for the home side when his left foot shot from 10 yards from a Josh Windass cutback hit a post, but Hibs raced up the pitch and Murray jinked easily into the Rangers box before sending a low drive past Wes Foderingham. The goal was enjoyed by the Hibs manager Neil Lennon, who, the last time he was at the ground in 2012 as Celtic manager, watched from the media room, having been banned from the dugout from the second half by the referee Callum Murray. This game erupted again when the midfielder Graham Dorrans reacted after a foul by his Hibs counterpart Slivka, and when the referee brought some order to the chaos, it was Jack who was sent packing, perhaps for raising his hands at Dylan McGeouch. Moments later, Hibs took the lead when Tavernier, in attempting to stop a Slivka shot, could only turn the ball into his own net, with Foderingham clawing desperately to keep it out. Hibs were on top, and only a fine save from Foderingham from a John McGinn drive kept out number 3. The half-time interval gave everyone a welcome respite. Caixinha reshuffled into a 342 formation, and the striker Eduardo Herrera and defender Danny Wilson replaced Candeias and Hodgson for the second half. However, it was the excellent Murray who came close for the Edinburgh club with 2 efforts on goal, a shot then a header, before Slivka increased the visitors' lead with an excellent drive from the edge of the box. Carlos Pena replaced Morelos to make a competitive debut for Rangers, but it looked a forlorn hope for the home side. With 10 minutes remaining, Wilson's cross from the left was headed in by Tavernier from 12 yards to give Rangers some hope, but they just could not muster a third goal, and it was the travelling support who cheered at the final whistle. Speaking to BBC Scotland Radio post-match, Lennon highlighted his side's assured performance. After getting over a poor beginning to the game and conceding with 3 minutes played, we didn't start very well at all. Rangers came out of the blocks very well. I was really disappointed with the first goal we conceded from the set play, he said. But once we found our feet in the game, we were excellent. I think we thoroughly deserved to win the game. We scored the equaliser and grew into the game. The red card for Ryan Jack put us in the ascendancy, and we made the most of the numerical advantage. My only criticism is that we didn't win the game by more. Round up Michael O'Halloran scored 2 goals as St Johnstone beat Motherwell, who finished the match with 8 men, 41. Goalkeeper Trevor Carson, captain Carl McHugh and Charles Dunn were dismissed in the second half at McDermott Park. Saints secured an early advantage from Stephen McLean, and a double from on-loan Rangers forward O'Halloran could have been a hat-trick, but he missed a late penalty before Murray Davidson netted St Johnstone's 4th goal after 90 minutes. Andy Rose scored for Motherwell after 28 minutes. Aberdeen fought back to win 21 at Ross County, recovering after conceding a second-minute header from Craig Curran to come out on top with goals from Mark Reynolds and Shay Logan. Ishmael Goncalves almost turned from sin to sinner as he scored the goal that earned Hearts the first victory of the new season at Kilmarnock, only to be sent off after 69 minutes. Hearts interim manager, John Daly, welcomed highly rated young defender John Souttar back to the fold, making his first league appearance since rupturing his Achilles tendon in January. Goncalves was also returning to the starting lineup after coming off the bench last weekend to hit a late consolation at Celtic Park, in the 4-1 defeat. The 10 victory was secured in the 6th minute with an impressive 20-yard strike from Goncalves. He was sent off midway through the second half after a tussle with Kilmarnock centre-back Kirk Broadfoot, who was also dismissed in a hard-fought and scrappy contest. Hamilton also secured the first win of the season with a comfortable 30 victory over Neil McCann's Dundee at New Douglas Park. After back-to-back defeats against Aberdeen, the home side were anxious to kickstart their campaign with 3 points and got the reward after 24 minutes when Darian McKinnon struck a low volley into the net beyond Scott Bain. Stephen Boyd's flighted finish made it 20 on 36 minutes. Dundee's Scott Allen passed up the opportunity to get his side back in the game by striking a penalty over the bar 12 minutes from time, before Dougie Imrie showed how it should be done from the spot to seal the home rout. In the Championship, Dundee United beat Queen of the South 21 and sit top of the league with 2 wins, while Inverness suffered their second consecutive defeat after being thrashed 51 by Dunfermline. Joe Cardle scored the third and fifth goals. Niall Briggs